All right, maybe it's me, but has God ever revealed to you something that he's going to do, like being debt free? Or if you're single, showing you your wife or your husband, or if you have been in a lonely season, God has been giving you these ideas of just nourishing your community, right? Maybe you've experienced that, maybe you haven't. But I know a lot of times when God reveals and we say, wow, debt free, wow, God, you're going to give us this ministry and you're going to expand it and you're going to bring the right hires. You're going to do all of these things. And you say, wow, God, thank you. Not only do I receive it, Lord, I'm ready for it, right? And then 6 months go by, still no sign of a husband, still no wife, still no community, right? Still no ministry being developed. And it's not that you weren't working or doing any of those things. It's not that you weren't trying to be a better boyfriend or a single man, right, at the time. But 6 months go by and nothing happens, right? For me as a believer, the first thing I go back and I think, I said, well, God, what did I do wrong? You showed me these things, and I'm not speaking in terms of rushing, because if you're rushing God, then you might as well just go ahead and sit on your hands, because God does not move at our time, right? But why do these things get revealed in our imagination and in our thoughts and in our prayers, but they don't fully come to fruition? And I was sitting on this concept and this idea. And if you've ever struggled with this, in this video, I'm going to help you get past this obstacle. And it's because of this. The seed of belief, the fruit of belief is planning. Don't miss that. It's simple, but it is profound. The fruit of belief is planning. What do I mean by that? When God reveals something to us, planning should be our response. So if God reveals that he's going to expand your ministry, or he's going to send you a wife, or he's going to bless you financially, the first thing we need to put in place is a plan. Okay, how am I going to steward this? How am I going to increase what I'm about to receive? How can I not mess it up again to where I'm back in the same situation? Because the fruit of belief is planning. When we get these nudges and these inclinations and this insight from God, the first thing we should start doing is, okay, Lord, let me put a plan in place so that I can steward what I'm about to receive. And the thing that I think we struggle with is, yes, we want the things. That's what we're normally concerned with. God is concerned with us becoming the people who can handle the thing. Those are two different worlds. We typically just want the thing. God, I want this to be big. God, I want, this much in my bank account. God, I want this type of wife, right? But we rarely ever put any energy into being the type of people that manage those things. We rarely ever put any energy into being the type of people that steward those things. And when we start to do that, when we completely shift our focus from trying to receive the thing and becoming the person, the entire game changes. Like for me in my own personal life, I'm doing some stuff creatively that I've never done before. I don't want to say it yet. My wife knows this about me. I'm really big on, and she hates this, but I'm big on doing the thing first and then telling people. I'm like, when I first wrote my first book, I didn't tell anybody. It was just like I wrote the book and then it was done. But being a part of the content community, this isn't the best method. Like people want to be a part of the process, and I'm working through that. But I am a person that as I'm learning these things in this current season, I'm learning some new creative abilities, things that are beyond my normal tool set. I have some days where I'm discouraged, where I'm like, God, I just want to learn this asset. And I'm struggling. I just spent 4 hours and I feel like I haven't made any progress. God, I just spent I spent 2 hours trying to figure this thing out. And man, by the time I got done with the session, it sounded worse, or it came out worse. And for me, sometimes I shut the computer off, I close the thing down, I put the camera down, I step away. And I just zoom out and I'm like, wait a minute. You're the dude doing it. Like, you're the dude that's doing it. You're trying, you're building. And for me, I had to remind myself that that is the win. God is pleased with us being the person, not the person who just wants the thing. Everybody in life wants something. That's easy. Very rarely are people out putting energy into being the people who receive those things. That's when everything changes. So to back up, if you've ever had those nudges in your life, I'm gonna be debt free, I'm gonna get married, and I believe God's gonna send me my wife, or I'm gonna buy my first home, your natural response should be to plan. Okay, if I'm making this much and I've been saving this much, but I need this much for a type of a down payment, where else can I cut? What skill sets do I have to develop a side hustle? Okay, boom. This is how I'm gonna. And what people don't realize is when God reveals something that you are set up to receive, here is the biggest blessing. It will not happen outside of you. God has already put the seeds of you receiving your blessing inside of you. Do not miss that. God has already put the seeds of you receiving your blessing inside of you. When he nudges your imagination, all he's saying is, I need you to water this side of you. I need you to start watering this department of you. I need you to start giving a little bit more attention to this area in your life. You didn't even know that you had the ability to manage your finances because your entire family did this. That's fine. You're not them. So I'm going to need you to start paying attention to the numbers. I'm going to need you to go ahead and buy the software. Yes, it's going to be overwhelming, but buy the software. And I am going to water a department in your life that you've been trying to shut down. This is what this means. So when God reveals these things, he doesn't just project for us to observe. When he projects something into our imagination, it's for a response. I need you to start working on this. I need you to start building this. I need you to start giving attention to this, right? Because the fruit of belief is planning. Yes, for us to experience the things that God wants to give us, right? The new home, the wife, the marriage, or the new friends, for us to experience them fully, God wants to develop us as people that can handle them fully. Do not just be the follower that just wants to experience things, right? Because if you get in a car and you start going 120 miles per hour, you are experiencing a vehicle. 9 times out of 10, at that speed, you may be experiencing a vehicle that's bound to wreck. But see, when you go and take the test and you learn the rules of the road and the laws of the road, and you understand the seatbelt, and you understand that, hey, it's best to drive with 2 hands on the wheel. Now you can get a Lamborghini. Now you can get a Porsche. You want to know why? Because you now are a person who not only wants to experience a vehicle, but you now are a person who can handle a vehicle. This is God's perspective. So if the next time that God puts something in, okay, I'm going to teach you guitar. I'm going to teach you how to communicate better. I'm going to teach you how to write your first book. Whenever he puts that in your imagination, don't just shrug it off like, okay, here we go again. This is this crazy thing that people don't do that. Start planning. That's why the Bible says, do not despise humble beginnings, because God is right. He is right there. When there is nothing, God is all in it. When there is nothing, God is all in it. Look, you already know how this goes. Meet me in the comments. When there is nothing, God is all in it. Do not despise humble beginnings. The fruit of belief is planning. Thank you guys so much for watching the channel. Man, it means so much to me that I get to serve you and pour into you. Look, if this video has blessed you in any way, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Send these videos to somebody you know that needs them. I'm praying for your new normal. Keep going.